Hey everybody, Miss Moon here. I'm going to try and do this really quick because the video turned out being long enough without any explanation. Before the Thanksgiving break, my French teacher asked me if it would be at all possible for me to get on video some of my family speaking Cajun French. And I said, yeah, of course, because I didn't really think much about it. I was just like, I just have to prompt them to speak Cajun French and record it. My mom ended up getting a call from my Grandmere, which was very nice and fortuitous because she speaks Cajun French so well. We also called a couple of other family members, but then my Aunt Carolyn came over. It turned into an interesting walkthrough of Cajun French and how it's spoken and different things that are said and how sometimes it seems politically incorrect but isn't. It's just, it was interesting. And then it turned into a talking about their family, which I didn't really ask a lot about my mother's family just because it's something that's just there, and I'd never really asked about it. So it was a lot of fun, and I'm hoping you enjoy. Here it is, talking Cajun French with different people. Comment ça va, Grandmere?
Ça va, je vais bien.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Comme ça, comme le queue du chien.
Ou le queue de chien. Tracy's got a project where she has to hear us speaking French. So you call it a perfect time.
That was great timing.
Yeah. So you can tell her what kind of things. She can tape it.
She taped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, recording it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk to her in French a little bit.
Comment ça va à l'école?
Bon à l'école.
Bon, ben ça c'est bon.
Ah, ça c'est bon.
Combien d'enfants que tu teaches dans l'école?
How many children can you teach in a school?
Plenty.
She didn't know how to answer that one in French.
She was looking for the word and was like, nope.
How would you say plenty?
Attends.
Attends.
I thought so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Je t'aime beaucoup.
Oh, I love you very much.
Oh, je t'aime
I love you
beaucoup.
very much.
Oh,
Je t'aime beaucoup.
Très bien dans l'école.
oh.
À bientôt.
Thank you, Miss.
Bye, Chef.
Bye.
Okay, Miss Caroline. Comment ça va, ma sœur?
Mais ça va bien.
Ah ouais?
Mais oui, Chef.
Tu m'as parlé?
Mais oui.
Quoi tu veux, cher?
Tu connais à la porte.
Quoi? Why don't you come over here?
Okay, I'll be right there.
Okay, I feel like it should go without saying that this is when my Aunt Carolyn decided to come over, but here it is.
C'est sa fiche assez fâchée pour cracher dessus le plancher.
Ouais, cher. Ton garantie.
Dad, can you speak French?
Mais chaud.
Okay, say something.
Mais assez, va start crier tard.
Mais ouais.
That means I'm gonna pass you a slap.
It
Yes.
Because I've been down that road before.
I tied my cheval to the poteau, mais he got away quand même.
To what?
Ask her if she knows that
Mais
one.
God, he don't saw.
My God, he don't saw.
How about key studying, eh?
Wait, what? What?
Key
Key
studying, eh?
study neg? What is key study neg?
What are you saying?
Oh!
But in Cajun French, when you say nig, it's like we
It's
don't think of it as
it's
racial. We
like
think of it as
shy,
like
shy,
shat
okay.
or sweetie.
Like darling.
Oh,
Or
a
it's
friend of
like an
mine,
endearment
she
to
worked
us.
as a nurse.
Yes.
And she said that her grandmother used to say to her, whenever she got sick, she would say, oh, pauvre bête.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
grew
And
up
she
there.
said, I realized that I was saying poor, stupid animal
Yes,
to somebody.
Exactly. Pauvre bête. Yeah, we grew up
You
saying
are-
that. And Carolyn's ready.
Elle peine maillie dans le stove.
No, eh?
Mais oui,
Ah,
faire
cher.
ça. Et je vais faire un fricassé patate.
Ooh.
No.
À soir?
À soir.
Oh, mes chers.
I don't know
Manger
what-
à ton maison.
What?
I said, I'm going to go eat at her house because she's got a cornbread in the oven and she's got a potato stew at
Oh,
her house.
wow.
A fricassee
See,
is a stew.
I heard fricassee, and all I thought was, if you do, you're going to have to clean it up. I'm so bad at
That
this.
is my line.
That is his line.
Et je vais mettre des saucisses dedans.
Oh, mais ouais, ça va. That's going to be good.
Ça va bien?
Bien.
Bien. I know bien.
Yeah.
There was a time when we were having to describe like things that we like to do when we're home, and everybody kept saying dormir. which is to sleep.
Oh, doorman.
Yeah.
We say dorme.
Dorme. I asked somebody, do you like to sleep? And they were like, beaucoup très dorme. And I was just like, I don't think that's how that's used, but okay.
And let's say you say dorme.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Right.
And if someone is sleeping, you say s'adore.
S'adore.
In other words, or I don't know about the she and the he, the plural and male and female, but yeah.
It's just s'adore.
Idor.
Après dormir.
Or you can say, if they say, where's he at? Idor. Or that's a he, Idor.
It seems like Cajun French is a lot less formal than Parisian
Yeah,
French.
very much so.
Yeah.
You have to be informal with
Mais
what
quoi
you
tu préfères, Raymond?
To what? Whose backyard?
Oh dear, your teacher's gonna laugh at us.
Oh man.
Because we forgot so much of it. It's very hard now to come out.
How many siblings did you have?
We had 15.
15.
This is 2 out of 15.
Yeah,
I'm
and
number 11. I don't know what.
I'm
number
number
you-
6.
Number 6.
wow, you're up on the totem pole.
Yeah, I'm very low.
How many of you are left though?
There's
Like,
10 of us.
10 of us.
10 of us.
oh
left.
wow.
5 boys and 5 girls.
Yes, I was thinking about that today.
Yeah.
5 and 5.
2.
15 children from one mother and one father, not stepchildren, not divorced or remarried or
No.
whatever,
Right.
all from the same parents.
Oh wow.
And that in itself is a miracle today.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We got up in the morning, we had our bed made. Before we even got out of the room, our bed
Yeah.
was made, we were dressed. We didn't have messes in our room. And we'd sweep, mop the floors.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, right. We ate
Yeah.
breakfast, we went to work.
Yeah.
We didn't lounge around and do nothing unless the weather allowed it.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that we would work in the mornings a couple of hours before we even went
Yes.
home and changed and to get ready to catch the bus.
To go
Yeah.
to school, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
No,
if we
school
walk-
was different then too because
Oh,
you didn't
yes.
even complete high school, I don't think.
No, neither. No.
No.
Only, out of 15 children, only one graduated.
Which one?
Yeah.
Donald.
Donald. Ah,
Yes.
Uncle Donald.
And
Yeah.
he was what, right under you or 2 under you?
200.
Wait a minute, what is the order from like oldest to
Okay,
youngest?
Irene
Okay.
was the first girl,
Yeah.
first child.
Right.
Then Richard was next. Then Audrey.
Yeah.
Then Wilford.
Mhm.
Wilbert. Carolyn. Carl. Donald. Sadie Ann.
Mhm.
Russell. Me, Clara.
Mhm.
Virgie Lane
Mhm.
was the last girl. Then they had Billy, Raymond, and Steve. Steve was the last child, and he was born when my mother was 42 years old.
I didn't know Uncle Steve was the baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the baby of the family. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We never talk about it. Like we
I
never
know,
really
we
talk
don't.
about it much.
We talk about it way more than my mother did. Her family. We have no ideas.
Like yeah,
hardly at
no.
all about her family. Mama never spoke unless she had something to say.
And it was always in French.
Yeah, Mama didn't speak English unless she absolutely had to.
Right.
Our first language was Cajun French.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I was 7
you went
years
to
old.
you went to school to learn English.
Yes, I was 7 years old before I spoke fluent English.
Okay.
I was
Wow.
in school,
Because
and
I
all
like
our
to-
teachers spoke Cajun French,
Yeah.
so everything was done.
It was
in
an entire
French.
community.
And I
So.
loved it, and I would wish I could relearn it, but it's kind of hard now
Yeah.
to relearn it. I'd have to do like you and I did when you were little. Go back to the library there, get the tapes, and record it, and then
Try to learn
from
it
that.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's certainly not like I have the app on my phone that teaches me French,
But it's
but
not
there's
the
nothing
same.
for Cajun French, and
Yeah.
I think Cajun French is an experience that you have with other people.
Oh yes.
So like it would be
Yes.
something that if you could
Yes.
like call somebody up and speak with
And
them in
not only
Cajun
that,
French.
in the state of Louisiana alone, south of I-10, well, a little, not all south, but the majority is south, they have 101 different dialects.
Yeah.
Each little city or town
Has their own
or
thing.
community has their own little dialect, and we can speak to each other,
Mm-hmm.
but there were so many words that are so different,
Right, yeah.
you know.
Well,
Big
you were in Grand Mamu, right?
Yeah, Big Mamu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is a joke,
Yeah.
right? Where were
Yes,
you
because
where were
there's
you
nothing
born at,
big-
I
Carolyn?
was born in Hayes.
Hayes.
Yeah,
would-
that's
well-
just on the other side of Lake Charles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
That explains why there's a haze.
Oh goodness! I was actually born in the city of Lafayette, but we lived in Mamu at the
In
time.
Mamu at
And
the time, okay.
My poor mother, and I don't know how many children she had in the hospital. Not that many of them. Only the last.
That's 4.
No.
She had Billy, Raymond, and Steve, and Virgiline.
And me
I knew. Okay.
And-
Okay, so
and
that's
Russell
fine.
and Russell. So I think
Oh,
Anne was the last one born at home, I believe.
okay.
It's a feat to get all of you guys together though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've only usually for funerals and weddings,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and a lot of times there's some missing because of work or whatever.
Yeah, no.
And we did 2 reunions so far.
Yeah. I find that the uncles don't speak Cajun French as much to each other as you guys do. Like when
No,
the
they
sisters get together,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you guys are always rattling off in
Yes,
Cajun
we
French.
do. Yeah, the boys don't.
And everybody's just looking around like it's a tennis match and the ball is going back and forth
Yes,
and back and
indeed.
forth and they're trying to keep up.
You got it right, Tracy. You got it right.
But like the uncles never walk in and start talking in French.
No, they don't.
They'll say the odd phrase in
Well,
French.
Yeah, they will. once in a
Especially
while.
Uncle Steve. Uncle
Yes.
Steve does. Aside from moving to an enclave where they speak in Cajun French, there's really not
Yeah.
a way to really re-immerse yourself in that.
Well,
Yeah,
even
because,
when I spend time with a
well,
barber and they speak fluent French way more than I do, they say, "Well, let's speak in French," and I don't remember how. So it's hard to put yourself into that situation when you can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I could walk over to
I feel
you.
the same way in class.
Yeah.
Much
Yeah.
the same way. And I just end up going, je ne sais pas. And then she'll say what it is. And I'm like, oh, wait, I think I knew that word.
Yes.
I just forgot it completely
Yes.
for some reason.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because
So.
see, like in Abbeville,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Virgiline was telling me that magasin
Is
to us
A
is a
born.
born.
yes.
They call that a store.
Yes.
A magasin.
That's what I said.
Mhm.
Every
The different dialects,
the
yeah.
dialect, that's where it kicks in.
And we say boutique.
Yeah, in Pierre Port, they'll say plafonnage for a wall. We
Mhm.
say entourage,
Oh.
you know, and just little things like that. I mean, and you can pick it up. You can figure out what they're saying,
Just from
And-
context?
and then from the sentence, what goes around it.
Right, yeah.
But still, in all, when you're thrown kind of off kilter, it's like, wait a minute, what did he say?
Do I just play this off or do I ask?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, because a lot of them, even in Homa, they do that.
Yeah.
They'll say different things like that. And when you marry someone who does not speak your home language,
Yeah.
because like Dad, I can't speak with him. So.
He's picked up a few things.
Yes.
Just from you yelling them at him sometimes.
You got it, yeah.
But, so you're saying I should marry a Frenchman?
Yeah. A Cajun.
Or a
Yeah.
Canadian.
One we used to say was "Sacre bleu," and we used to say "Tonnerre macrage," and to some people in South Louisiana, that's a cursing.
Yeah.
To us, it means thunder and lightning, like it crashes. It makes that
Oh,
noise.
okay.
So to us, that's what it meant, but to a lot of people, it's cursing.
Yeah, it was the sound and the fury for you, but for
Right.
them it was a profanity.
right.
Our teacher she talked about it with me for a little while, and she was saying that in the south of France, they say the word for prostitute all the time.
Really?
And she said that it's a word that doesn't even mean anything anymore. It's
Right.
like a lot of times you'll hear merde just dropped into
Oh,
conversation.
merde.
Yeah, merde.
Yeah.
And she said it doesn't even mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
But then I went up to North France and she was like, they were looking at me like, oh, sailor, because they don't do that there.
Right. Yeah, so little things like that can get you. Yeah.
It changes from region to region, but it's still the same language.
Go check on my.
If you want to eat, you say "Je veux manger."
Yeah, I know manger.
And let's see, how did you say you're hungry?
She sang.
J'ai faim. Yeah, I know
Faim.
that one.
Faim.
No, femme is how we say it. In actual
Well,
femme.
we always
Oh,
said
wow.
faim.
Yeah.
Femme, we say femme
It's a
is
woman.
a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a completely different thing altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I say.
So you
Right,
say
yeah.
j'ai faim?
Je
She
faim.
sang.
That means
Okay.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Okay.
Tu veux du café? Would you like some coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Du sucre is sugar.
Okay.
The crème is cream,
Right.
which you can kind of figure
Yeah, you
that
can
one
kind
out.
of figure that out when
Yeah.
in the context. But we were talking a little bit, and I said something about how do you say I'm really hungry, and she was like j'ai très faim.
Très, yeah.
How do you say let's eat?
Allons manger.
Allons manger. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, allons manger.